Hey guys, welcome back. I'm here with Wes McGehee. He is a student here going through the biology department. So he's allowed us to take some of his time to kind of speak about the department a little bit, just about the student side. So man, I do appreciate you being here. So I guess I'll kind of just jump right into it. Why did you choose Faulkner University?
So there was a lot of reasons why I chose Faulkner. I grew up going to all the events. So I went to AIM. I went to I actually went to Inspire one year. I also went to a bunch of different things that were just related with Faulkner, and so their name was in my head a lot, growing up as a high schooler. And I went to a public school, and so I wanted something more. I wanted something that would grow me in my faith, and it was a big deal to me. Just growing up, that I wanted to be at that place. And Andrew Kingsley, he just went off. He just did the interview. He was my youth minister growing up, and so awesome dude, an awesome guy. And he went to Faulkner, and a lot of my friends. His name's Alex Coggins. Grew up with him. He was in the youth group for a little bit. I was very young when he was in it, but now we talk a lot. And he went to Faulkner. Just a lot of influences that brought me to Faulkner, and they just talked about how they had such a great time and how their faith grew, and just all these aspects that they felt like they would not get unless they went to Faulkner. And so I really didn't come in with any aspirations for this major. I came in undecided, didn't really know where I wanted to be. And but the biggest thing I knew was that I wanted my faith to grow. And I felt like Faulkner University gave me that opportunity. And so that's why I was here. And I can gladly say that it definitely did. I'm a senior now. So, I'm actually the university intern. So I'm working with Andrew now. And so it's been great, man. I've loved it.
No, I can definitely second that. When I came on a visit, I was originally going to go to Florida State. I was going to live at home. I'm from Tallahassee, Florida. I was going to live at home, save a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
All my friends were going there. It was just, Florida State was right there. It was perfect. I'm a huge Seminole fan. That was it.
Right.
And I decided to kind of branch out. And my friend was like, "Hey, check out Faulkner University." Yeah. And I did. Went on a visit. Loved the environment.
Mm-hmm.
The campus is beautiful. I mean, everything about it. That Christian atmosphere.
Yeah, it's a family.
It is.
I know they've talked about it a ton just in general. The past two interviews we've done. But they are exactly right. Yeah. I mean, you come to love everybody here. And it's just, they'll check on you whenever you're feeling down or anything like that. And I feel like you wouldn't get that, at a lot of places. I feel like this is a special place for that.
Definitely.
So I've loved it. It's been great.
Yeah, no, and if I thought, if my accident happened, I was in the hospital, other professors maybe out of another university really wouldn't have visited me.
Right.
It really did mean a lot for, the different professors just outside the Bible department that came and visited me. Yeah. And Andrew actually came and visited me too.
Yeah.
So I forgot to mention
awesome
that.
Guy.
Oh, he is an awesome guy. I kind of want to ask you a question to kind of move on. But, what stuck out to you when it comes to the professors that you've had over the years in the biology department?
Yeah, there has been a ton of instances. Just they've talked about it, especially in the past two interviews, about just the professors and how they care for the students. And it really does sound cliche, but I think here that definitely happens. Just a quick story. When I was a freshman coming in, I was obviously kind of scared, kind of nervous. And I had Dr. Schlunt, and I had him from my biology class. And it's in this room of 60 people. And we go through the whole class. And then at the very end, he says, just to everybody in the class, he's like, "Who's Fred?" And I was thinking to myself, wait, what did you just say? Because my nickname in high school was Fred.
Okay.
And so I was like, hey, there's no way. And he asked it again. And I was like, he asked who's Fred? And so everybody leaves. They end up leaving. And I go up to him at the end of class, and I was like, I think that's me. Because it was my nickname. And he says, yeah, my son goes to church with your parents. And I was like, really? Wow. And apparently my parents had been talking to his son a little bit, and my name had gotten to him before I even got here. And so I felt that connection, with Dr. Schlunt when he asked me that. And I was like, man, that's crazy. Just in general. And there's a story about this time that I switched a lot when I was before
so biology was not your major.
Because I was undecided. So I went to the Bible department. I was in there for a little bit. Went to biology. Obviously, I'm still in it now.
Stuck around.
And so there was this time when I was it was when I before my junior year, and I was in the summer, and Dr. Deborah Cunningham, she was my what is it called? Advisor.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was my advisor, and I was telling her, we were fixing my schedule and everything, but then midway through, I was doing a church internship with Malvin Sanders. He used to go here, but he works at the Highland Church of Christ up in Columbia, Tennessee. And I loved it, and I was like, I really should think about changing the Bible, just because I loved being like in the youth ministry field. And so I went and I changed it. I went to the professor, and the Bible professor helped me through the whole thing. Like, he had my schedule done in a week.
Wow.
And it was just amazing to me that he took that much time out of his summer to help me. And so after about 2 weeks, I was like, maybe that's a bad decision. So like, I had switched in between, and 2 weeks had passed, and I was in the Bible department, like they had set my schedule and everything. And I went to him and I was like, man, I really don't think this is it. I think I might've made a mistake. And so I went back to Dr. Cunningham, and she, I didn't think that she would help me. I was like, I've already ran this woman, all over the place, trying to get me to just for me, And so she said, no, don't worry about it, and fixed it all the way back, helped me throughout the whole thing during their summer, during all their time off, when they're not supposed to be working with, with any of the kids, it's their vacation time, and they decided to help me. And that just meant so much to me, just how far they would go. And, Kingsley talked about it, and our business professor, he talked about it, and all these different things that they are willing to do for the students. And it's so true, because I've seen it in my life, just giving up their time for me. And so it means so much. And I think that you don't get that at a lot of places. I think Faulkner is special in that aspect of just how much they care for you, how much they actually care. And so it's been a great experience. I love my professors, and just it's been awesome.
No, yeah, I agree. There's been many times where my professors have gone, up and beyond, above and beyond to make sure that I'm doing well, not just in the classroom, but as a person as well. Yeah. So, I mean, it goes a long way. And, being here at Faulkner, we are a Christian institution, and I love that aspect. I really do. Right. And a lot of people do. So it kind of leads to my next question. How has your faith been integrated into your studies?
Oh, man, it's definitely been integrated. When I got here, I really thought that it was just going to be that family environment, the Christian environment. And that was really all you're going to get. I didn't really think about, my classes in that aspect, but, university, just for the side note a little bit, but university is great. It's right on campus, and so you're having all those people that go to that church, and they help you through anything that you're struggling with, they help you. And so that was something that my faith really helped. It helped my faith a lot. But when you talk about the class aspect, I mean, I think that especially Dr. Afungade, so she's a professor here. She's a biology professor. And every morning, I have her for 7:30 right now, actually, genetics. Yeah, it's tough. But every morning we actually do a Bible verse. And so she'll say, who's got their Bible verse for today? And you'll read a Bible verse, and then you'll explain why that Bible verse actually means something to you. And so it's just awesome. I think that making sure that you understand what's important, of course, getting your degree is important. Of course, learning everything that you need to know is very important, but also just that little bit, like that 5-minute break before you start class that thinks, okay, this is important, but also God's important in my life. And I think Dr. Afungade, I love that she does that. I love that. And that's great. Also, just biology, a lot of people, I think science is all over here and Bible's over here. And, there's no integration or anything. You either believe in one or you believe in the other. And I think that's so far from the truth. I think that also at Faulkner, we don't run away from that. We find ways to actually integrate them, because they should be integrated. And, it was actually interesting because I didn't know how they were going to do it. It was when I was in my first biology class and we talked about evolution. And I was like, I thought, how are they going to talk about this, faith-based, are they going to run away from it, not talk about it? But they didn't, it was more of let's figure out why people believe this and why you believe that still the way you do about, your faith and how that mixes in with, what evolution is or what all these different things, the beginning of life, and so they didn't run away from that. They actually talked about it. And I thought that was awesome. It just made my faith grow stronger just because I was able to take that and think something that I've never thought before, about any of that to that level of education or thought or anything like that. So I think especially the science programs here, they really do integrate faith in a really good way, because they should be mixed together. And so it's been awesome. I love it. I love that aspect of it.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think it sets us sort of ready for, as Christians, how can we deal with the real world? Well, hey, these classes are, you're getting great material. You're learning. Your education is great. They teach you amazing stuff. But at the same time, they integrate the faith, and how can a Christian be able to be a biology, whatever you want to do in that career. So I think that's great, and that kind of leads me to my next question: is with that biology degree, what do you want to do with that? What is your goal?
So my goal is to be a high school teacher in science, and I know that is pretty far from like what a lot of other people do with a biology degree. But I can also speak for some of my other friends. We are just now getting a PA program. We're getting a PT program, speech path, all these different things that are going on that are, biology is usually used as a stepping stone, right? You want to go to a PhD, you want to go to the health field, you want to go to all these different places, and that's what gets you there. And so Faulkner, they're getting one of those, and it's great that you can be like the first ones, in that program. I think that's awesome. And so I think for a lot of people, the biology degree is good in that aspect of like, I can get this to do this. Yeah. And Faulkner sets you up perfectly for that, higher education. They make sure that the stuff. They make sure that you understand what you're getting yourself into before you get there. And so I think that's great for, the people that are, not me, that are trying to use that as a stepping stone to get where they need to be. But, for me also, it's just great to learn about what I need to know before I go and teach other, people about how to, science, and maybe, help them realize that they want to get into that science field. And so that's my goal right now, is to be a high school science teacher, maybe coach, Let's see what happens.
No, man, I think that's great, and that's all the time we have. I do appreciate you carving out some time to do this. And guys, if y'all are interested in Faulkner and also interested in being a biology major, go ahead and apply. Like I said, you're able to learn so much from students, protected students here that already kind of came in through, and also our professors. They'd love to get a chance to talk to you guys. And again, that promo code is out there. It is JR League, and that is all capitalized, JR League. Just put that in there, and that waives that fee. But we'd love to see you soon. And this kind of ends the next segment, but we hope to see you in the next one. So we're Eagles.